Hi, I'm the Transsexual on the internet. My actual name, for those of you who don't know, is Julie, but, anyway, I wanted to make this fan video to connect with you guys, answer some questions, which I barely got any whatsoever, but, whatever. This is probably going to be my only video. It's definitely my first video. I'm kind of camera shy, which is kind of ironic because I actually used to be signed with an acting agency, and I've done some high school plays and some other stuff, but I never actually went anywhere with the agency. I could have, but it would have required me moving to Los Angeles, and anyway, I digress. So some things that I want to talk to you guys about is a little bit about me, a little bit about the page, why I started it, all of that. So where should I start? I should have probably rehearsed this, but I'm lazy as fuck, so fuck it. Anyways, as you guys know, I'm male to female transgender. I like to write. I also like to drink a lot. Cheers. And I live in Colorado. I made a page when I was in Arizona because I started off making a page called Emo Cloud based on the character Cloud from Final Fantasy VII. I hope that you guys know who Cloud from Final Fantasy VII is because it's one of the best games ever. I'd say second to Final Fantasy VI. Nerdy much, I know. But, and sorry I keep on saying, I don't have a script or anything, so I'm just kind of going from scratch. But I started the page because, well, Princess Link, who unluckily she deleted her page, she used to post about how somebody should start, like, some kind of transgender page in the community. Which, my page, Emo Cloud, wasn't doing that good, and even though I loved it, and I loved the fans, I kind of wanted to make a page where I could more be me. Because on that page I had to, like, it did end up a lot like how it is and always has been on Sodi, where I was, like, speaking as myself a lot, but it really didn't fit Emo Cloud. So I thought, well, I should make a page, and the original name of the page was going to be, that trans girl on the internet, kind of like the page That One Girl on the internet, but, sorry, I decided instead to name it The Transsexual on the internet, which I think is a good page name. The main reasons I made the page were to kind of, probably the biggest reason was not actually so much to do directly with, like, transgender rights and stuff, as much as, even though that is a big part of it and always has been, but as much as having a page to show people that trans women are, and trans people in general, are the same as everybody else. So, I mean, I thought that would be important. That's why I post, most of the stuff I post isn't directly trans-related, even though I do post trans-related news and pictures and stuff when I come across them. But most of the content I post is, I try to make it so that everybody can enjoy it. So yeah, that's the point of the page. So, anyways, let's get to the fan questions. So, do we have... Okay. So the first and probably most important question is, give some detail of your transition journey. Okay. Well, I mean, it's pretty much been like my entire life. When I was like 3 years old, I used to want to paint my nails, play with Barbies and stuff. I did not identify as a girl back then. I didn't identify as a boy either. I just kind of, I was just me. But yeah, I always had kind of a feminine side. And it was kind of weird because, like, I'd play with, like, my friends and stuff, and we'd do something like Aladdin and Jasmine or Jessie and James from Pokemon. And I'd be like, and, like, my friend who was a girl, of course, always got the girl role. But it always kind of upset me because I felt that I should have the girl role, and that's what I wanted. Even though I never really said anything because, yeah. Anyways, about probably 10, 11 years old is when I, like, realized that, like, I'm a girl, I really want to be a girl, and, like, that's all I felt, that's all I would think about, and, I thought I was gay, actually, at the time, because I didn't know what transgender was. So I kind of just, like, was like, well, fuck it. I'm gay because I want a vagina, and only a gay man would want a vagina. Which, of course, is extremely not true. For the most part, at least. But, that's how I felt. So, anyway, as time went on, I kind of, with the internet, learned more what transgender was, and I kind of realized that that's what I was. But I still, because of social stigma and everything, I did not come out as transgender in high school. I did come out as gay in sophomore year, because everybody thought I was gay, so they were like, yeah. Anyway, I'm making this video too long, so I should probably just hurry it up. But I went through high school with that. Didn't have too many problems. I was part of the GSA and stuff. Graduated high school. I was extremely depressed because I had told my mom when I was 14 that I wanted to be a girl. And at first she was like, okay, well, I support you and stuff, but over the years she became more and more and more against it. And by the time I graduated high school, I was in some legal trouble, actually, because of stupid things that I did. But a big part of it had to do with being drunk because I couldn't cope with being trans. So, like, when I graduated high school, I didn't know what I wanted to do for a living or anything. I got into a very good college, but I, quite frankly, didn't know what I wanted to do, and I ended up ordering estrogen off of the internet. But I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. So, it made me gain a lot of weight. I got, like, really fucking depressed and shit, and it was bad. Ended in a suicide attempt after my mom called me a faggot. And justice for that. So, anyway, because of this suicide attempt, I got sent to a mental ward for a month. I missed my first month of college, and I lost that school. Anyway, after that, like, I stayed suicidal. I also started doing tons of fucking drugs. Mostly alcohol, but coke, weed, painkillers. Never did meth or heroin, but which I'm glad about. But it was still pretty bad. So anyway, the next year I decided, fuck it, I want to join the Marines because I always respected our troops, and I thought that being in the military would be a pretty cool job. But I wanted to join the Marines so I could either die, or maybe it would cure me. I ended up not being able to because I had a major anxiety attack on the day that I went to swear in. Probably because of my subconscious, I knew I was doing it for a wrong reason. So anyway, things went pretty much normal-ish from then for a couple years, till I was like 21. And I just played the guy role. I still was transgender. I still have major dysphoria, but I just wanted to, like, get over it, like, and stuff. So I just tried to be a guy, and life went on, and then at, like, 21, I realized, for once and for all, who I was, what I was, that I had felt this way for pretty much my entire life. I was not going to get over it, so I came out to my friends and most of my family, which was hard and scary, and not all of them were completely accepting, and I did lose quite a few friends, but I have also gained friends, and the friends that I didn't lose just became stronger. So it wasn't all bad, but I did lose some of my best friends and was estranged from some others, so. But that's life. I mean, if they can't love you for you, then do they really even love you that much? But anyway, I got on hormones. Everything was good and shit until my mom caught me on hormones. I was on her health insurance, so she canceled it, and I lost some hormones. I got them back from a homeless clinic, ended up moving to Arizona, which was awesome because I could live full-time as a woman, which I couldn't really do at my parents' house. I pretty much have to be androgynous here, or dress like a boy, which really fucking sucks. And then I ended up getting back, or losing the hormones because the clinic I went to in Colorado did not sell them in Arizona. So that really fucking sucked, and with no health insurance and nothing really going for me. But at least I could live full-time as a woman. Anyway, I ended up moving back in with my parents in Colorado, which kind of sucks. And I want to get out ASAP. But, and I got on hormones again, which I meant to get these out before the video, but I skipped it. Anyway, these are my hormones. This is spironolactone, which is testosterone blocker. And this is estradiol, which is estrogen. For those of you who don't know. They're pretty much my best friends. Even though the Spiro tastes horrible. So, I'm just living my life, trying to get back on my own. I could go on forever about that, but let's get to the next question. How young is too young for hormones? Okay, well, that's a very hard question. Anything under the age of puberty is too young, because that's too young for anyone. Like, even cis people, you shouldn't be, if you're a guy, you shouldn't be producing large amounts of testosterone at like 5 years old. It doesn't work that way. But after puberty, or right before it starts, I think is acceptable for hormones, but as far as trans people, it's a little bit harder just because there is sexual confusion at that age. And many of us do know at that age what we are. But let's face it, there are people who are sexually confused, and get them started on hormones at that age could be disastrous. So, I mean, 18 is probably a safe age, but if you know for a fact, and they know for a fact that they're trans, then the ideal age would be at the onset of puberty. Because then, besides having the parts I have down there, they have absolutely no, nothing that separates them from their gender. But it is hard to tell, it is a big thing. Which is why, if you're a parent with a child like that, go see a professional. Okay, so the last two questions are, well, it's up to you as to how comfortable you are doing it, but it would be nice to see you step by step how starting from a male voice to bring it up to your actual voice. Stop watching right here, for those of you who do not want to hear my male voice. But, it got a bunch of likes on it, so I should probably do it to help you guys out who need it. And the rest of the video isn't going to be interesting anyway if you're not interested, so you can stop it. But if you are interested, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so this is my natural speaking voice. And then this is my real voice, I guess. Well, my female voice. Anyway, I can switch between the two really easily with a lot of practice. The main thing, even though it does hurt my voice box and I mispronunciate things when I switch. But anyway, the main thing to do is, so, right there, when you speak with the male voice, then it's going to reverberate, and you're going to feel your chest vibrate. But when you speak with a female voice, then you speak from right here, and there's very little vibration in the chest. The main thing to do is just to bring the voice to here, and that's about it. There are a lot more better techniques and stuff, but that's how I do it. I just raise it from here to here. I don't heighten my pitch or anything. I just speak naturally. I just speak from here. Okay, so my last one is straight. Well, I think that I just